Why would you guys, why would anybody tape themselves? And I'm telling you, my father owned this building. He owned this building that all of that stuff that's in Puff's office or wherever he was, his makeshift office was stolen. My dad had, it's about five, he had bought the building and he was putting people, him and other people were starting their businesses in there. And they kind of, the businesses kind of like went with each other. My father's maintenance company went with the, Disco 9000 and all of that. It went with them. So Disco 9000 went with Universal Music Group and it just went around like that. This guy, big Caucasian guy, he comes and he says, um, I said he wanted to rent an office in there. He was asking me what it was. I said, well, what they do is they rent offices in here. And he was like, oh, okay. I said, would you like a tour? Because I'm assuming he's a big old guy. And I say, do you want a tour? And he goes, yeah. I said, okay. But my father said when they knocked on the door, um, when they knocked on the door, he told me to close the office door. So I closed the office door, and when I was talking to that man, the real tall Caucasian guy, blonde hair, whatever color he had, and so I take him all the way through to show him where the offices are on each side of the building, and it goes straight backward. Okay, fast forward. We come, my dad says, oh, you know what, I got a call. Somebody said at the car wash or something like that, they would always watch it because they would be open every day. My father didn't have to work every day. He could take time in the house, or he could work from home, put it like that. And he had workers working for him. But let me tell you guys this. He found out, hey there, he found out that somebody had broken into the building because one of the guys that worked at the car wash said he came over there looking for my father and to see if the office is open, looking for my father because they always come over there to talk to my father. And I got something in my eye. I was scratching this dog, but um, he said that somebody had broken into his office, had broken into my father. He told my father that somebody had broken the office, and I was the girl Friday there. I would basically answer the phones and make appointments or whatever. Not make appointments, but take down messages and stuff. So he tells my father that, hey, somebody broke in the office. He would be open. They would be open till 5 o'clock every day. So and it had bars on the windows, so you couldn't get nothing out the bar out the windows. You'd have to break the glass, put your hand around in, and open the door to get stuff out of the building. And I seen that, and I was like, okay, that was just somebody from the hood. But why would they steal a copy machine, a phone? And they know my father around there. They know my father is very, he's always been in business by him for himself. He ain't never had no boss in none of his businesses. In none of the businesses, he's always had a business of himself. I don't know what's in my eye. So it feel like a hair. So my father gets down there. He says everything is. He takes me down there with him. Everything is gone. It looked like the people came in and said, you know what, that's okay. I changed my mind. I don't want to be in business. I don't need an office here. I'm gone. It looked like they came in and took their stuff, like the copy machine that's in Diddy video, the black phone that's on the right side of Diddy on the video. They spliced him into the video And the dresser drawer, that's a little tan dresser drawer all the way down to the right of the video, that was in our house when I was 17. That was in our house. So I know what I was looking at. I basically know what I'm looking at. And I'm wondering, how could you be so crazy to make a video or something like that? You know, all these videos of yourself, you forgetting you stealing stuff from people, and they're coming up gone, and you got their what do you call it, their property. You know, it was just weird. It was just weird. Like, how do you, I don't know why I feel sticky right here. um it was weird for me to see that he had all this stuff that was in the office that was stolen. And that really hurt us. You know, that hurt my father because he's in business for himself. If he can't have an office in Los Angeles where he done served in the military and flew planes over, he can't even have an office in Los Angeles because somebody wants to stop him from doing something. And then it kills me how Diddy uh channels every move that my father does, or he's trying to channel it. He not good at it though. He looks a little like like he not polished enough, put it like that. He not polished enough. So why would he try to imitate and pretend like he my father? He not polished enough for that. And so he's always doing these moves to, stop people from looking at him because he's not polished enough to be my father. My father was a polished person. and and it's a lot of them around that was doing that. I ain't gonna say no more names, but I'm gonna tell you that one. But I had to say something about it because it had me. It's kind of funny. All my other brothers and sisters did not know about that office because I was the oldest one. I was only turning 18 at the time. But I didn't have any children or anything. So it made me it uh it made me wonder. He's actually trying to portray my father like he's my father. My father's not from New York, okay? My father's from Louisiana. He's portraying who my father is. Y'all don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, he's portraying him, but he's not polished enough. He's like, I don't know how I got hair in my eye. But it's funny. It's making me laugh, because it's almost like he's putting on a comedy special or something, like something way back in Charlie Chaplin days. When I look at him, because he's not polished enough to be my father. He has not went to the U.S. Air Force. He has never flown a plane. He might have been in a plane. He might have stole a plane, but he's never flown a plane himself. He's never been in the U.S. military. And if you cannot channel a person that has been in the U.S. military, you just cannot, unless they're crazy. They've gone crazy. And that's basically, they actually stole everything in our office and we never got it back. And after that, my father ended up going into like plumbing. He went from maintenance of his own company, maintenance CEO, to a plumbing CEO. He had classes. He taught plumbing. It was so weird how, but he was able to do it, so he did it. But it was in his own business. He did all this, and somebody ended up stealing his plumbing tools right from in front of the house. So, and that was right before he passed. So that was real weird. But just weird stuff, you know, just weird stuff. I had to tell y'all that. I had to tell y'all that. I so want to go back to performing. I never performed in front of an entire country because you know what? I was so afraid for my family. I know you guys are saying messages and stuff, and I can't read it from back there. Hi, Mama Mel. Thank you. Oh, these not dreads. This how I do my hair because I work every day. I do my hair like this. I can sleep and wake up. I don't even have to comb it half the time. Or I'll just redo the braid while I'm sitting in the car or something, warming up the car. I don't be putting my hair together and stuff. I don't know what to do about that. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, y'all. I'm only like one person from 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, so I wanted to tell y'all. I mean, that hurt my father so bad. You know, that hurt him so badly, and I seen that. And I was just like, this guy really need whoever did this to him really needs to be taught a lesson. You know, and sure enough, it came to light. You know, my father wouldn't have did nothing anyway. He would have been like, you know what? That's a shame. At least they know I didn't steal it, because they were thinking he stole all the stuff out his building that he bought. The building that he's a buyer. He bought as the owner of this building in L.A. He bought because my father had property and stuff in L.A. all that when I was growing up. They actually thought, he said they actually thought that he had stole it. Now, why would he need to steal stuff out of his own building? But you know, people do weird stuff. So all them years from the time I was 18 all the way to now, when my father's gone, I see it. And my other family members didn't know about it. Oh, my brother knew about it. My brother knew it because he worked there. And my cousin, he knew about it too. He worked there. Yeah, but they end up not having no jobs after that. Nowhere to meet and all that. Yeah, I had to tell y'all that. And they had a concert in St. Louis. They were supposed to Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, and a few other people. I don't know, a couple of other people, and they closed it down without telling anybody. People bought their tickets and stuff. Yeah, but if I perform in St. Louis, y'all, if I get my royalty stuff straightened out, even if I just get like maybe a $10,000 or $15,000 long budget or something, I can start my own career back. People are like, you're washed up. I never even got to start it because it was so much danger. And I want to bring back the big and the Pac. I want to put that out there, what we did, as friends. Those are my friends, that I never got to perform with. But I'm sure I could be able to use some of their music because I'm on it. And they had us so scared. They had me scared. They had my father scared. I was scared. They never even. Do you know I didn't never even knew after giving them all these songs to Puff and to Jay-Z that they even had a business. I never heard nothing about no business. Because I wasn't snooping around trying to figure out what they doing with money and if they had money, and I wasn't doing that. I figured, what, they'll throw me something every now and then, you know, and they never did. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's the way you keep your brother down. And that showed me, honey. That showed me real tough when they took all that stuff out of my father's office. And then he tried to channel the way his behavior. You guys know good and well you cannot channel a person in the U.S. Navy, the Marines, the Air Force, and the Army. You cannot channel them. You can you can try to channel a person that was in the Army, but if you got that real keen eye, and I have a real keen eye, trust that. If you got that real keen eye, you gonna notice that a certain person have not been in the Army, Navy, Air Force, and the Marines. You gonna notice it, and I noticed that kind of stuff. Yeah, he tries to channel my father, but my father is 6 feet, and Diddy is only 5'9". So that ought to tell you that. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, why? Why is he doing that? Whew, why would he do that? Knowing they all were, trying to come up some kind of way. My father had a job. He had a job all my life. He ain't never walked the streets, run the streets, and all that stuff. He had a job. So why would they assume that it's okay for them to take from him and they not working? To bump they self up. I think that's the most humiliating thing I ever heard, man. Why would you do that? And that go for Jay-Z and Diddy. Why would you do that? Try to bump yourself up and take from my father and other people, UMG or whatever you were doing. All y'all did was take from them and put it in your own name, man. You didn't start nothing. You did not start nothing. That's sad. I was rubbing this dog. Scratching her with a back scratcher. I got a couple of these. I was like, yeah, when she starts scratching, because I don't know what be wrong with her, because she ain't got no fleas. She might have, like mites or something. I don't know, but I put flea powder on her. I washed her the other day. And she be trying to eat the cat food. Drive me crazy. Yeah, so what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Uh, did you know that we are one of the 10,000 civilizations in the universe? I knew that I don't think it's 10,000 civilizations. It's only probably about maybe 50, something like that, not 10,000. I don't think it's no 2,000, 10,000. Yeah. And also, y'all, let me tell you about this. Girl, so one day we were at that office and my father says, "Oh, let me go," because they always wash his car. He had a Cadillac, green Cadillac, kind of dark green Cadillac. So he says, let me go over. I'm go over there and see how they washing my car. They could be riding down the street in my car because it was right next door to the place. Right, y'all listen to this. Why he go over there? Where the car wash is right next door to the building, mind you. Okay, and it's always crowded. And this man, the same one that did the tour through the office, says, you know what? I don't like competition. my father said, my father said, come on, we getting ready to go. He said, yeah, that guy. I said, who is that white guy? Because it's a predominantly African American neighborhood. And I said, he the one came for the what he doing here? He came for the tour of the building. And my father said, he told me I don't like competition. I said, what? He said, yeah, that's what he told me. That I don't like, he said he don't like competition. I'm like, kind of thing is that to say to somebody? And he did the tour. He must didn't know I was the daughter. He probably thought I just worked there. Yeah, that was crazy. Well, I'm not in college, honey. I already went to college. I'm not going back to college. But do you guys honestly think I should just hand hang it up and don't go back and record and start producing my own music again? You think I should just throw it away? Somebody told me that a person told me that they were like, I said, I wrote songs and things like that. They were like, yeah, but just, you might as well leave that alone. 18 to 30 songs, you want me to leave alone? You don't want me to try to perform them, try to put them in any kind of, another kind of, what do you call it? Put them through to another kind of audience? Because songs that I did with Pac and songs that I did with Big, they can be sung or sung with their music. And I think that's Dre is the one that made the music. I know Dre is the one that made the music because I was standing right there. Oh. Yeah. So you guys think I should just leave it alone? I wanted to record, I wanted to perform, I wanted people to see my acts too. That's so sad. People don't want you to. Hi, King. No, don't do that. Don't be no guinea pig. Yeah, so that's what I want. I gotta finish painting my house. I painted most of it, but I didn't get it all. I didn't get it all. And I mean, you should have seen this house when I moved here. Ooh, this house was, oh, Lord. It's a beautiful house. Plenty of stone, plenty of rooms, but it was messed up. It was like from the 70s. It had like a a 400-pound tub in here from the 70s. I don't think we even had a tub like that when I was a kid. I don't think none of my dad's property had a tub that didn't go heavy. Oh yeah, my grandmother's rental. When I was 9, it had a big old heavy tub. That's right. Yeah, but this one had a big old pink tub. They was like, "Oh, paint it." I said, that's coming out." I got all of the stuff that I I videoed the before and I videoed the after of the thank you guys so much. I videoed the hi Hannah. I videoed the before and the after of stuff. So I'll upload it on the channel one day. Don't forget to subscribe. I got a lot of videos you would not believe what I did. So all I'm doing now for the house is I gotta get the plumbing and I gotta get the floors done. I don't have to get the floors done because I got somebody that know how to do the floors. I gotta get the plumbing pipes right and put the tub in on that bathroom. Put the tub in there because I took that shower. I just took that shower myself and just tore the door off and cut all that pink towel that was in the bathroom. I cut all that. I broke all that out of there. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, you know what? Why would you say that I can't perform? I wrote and recorded that music already, you know. And I work every day. I get up 6 days a week going to work. I don't see why I can't record. I can't have any have a couple of concerts if if I'm going to work every day, I can do that. I can see if I was sitting up doing nothing, but I'm sitting up going to work every day. Why I can't have some concerts? And I already got the place that I want to have a concert at and everywhere. Thank y'all so much. Juki, I heard you. You mean. Okay. Yeah, I don't get out much. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm over that way. I had something in my eye. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you guys. I was like, oh, Lord, I didn't feel like turning on the light. But thank you guys for coming to this channel. Who in prison? Girl, who is this when I get out of prison? Why I'm in prison? What I go to prison for, since you know so much? I never been in Islam. Hi, Clover. Yeah, I want to. Hi, yeah, it was so sad. It was so sad. I wanted you guys to hear that. What happened? How Diddy tries to channel, my father, and I'm looking like, and he's only 5'9". My father's 6 feet, and I'm looking like my father was 6 feet, and I'm like, why does he have my father's phone, and why has he got that the stuff that was stolen out the office, and he's standing in front of it? No, I had that. No, I've never been out the country ever. I've never been out the country. I told you guys they stopped us from doing a lot of. They stopped me, from doing a lot of stuff because I wasn't trying. I had a daughter. I had a child. I was not trying to uh take risks like that. Once I had a child, I was not trying to take no risks. And I found out that the songs that I was recording and the songs and rap, they didn't care if I was recording rap or just regular little songs. They wanted me to they wanted to end us. They wanted to end us. Yeah. So they wanted to get rid of us. So what? I work every day though. I work every day. I go to work every day. Why I couldn't have a concert? I know how to clean up though. I know how to see. You guys was so into Diddy, y'all didn't care that a person looked kind of what you call it? Kind of shabby. Y'all used to that. Y'all thought that was cute. He got a millions of followers. He all on TV dancing and stuff. Y'all just knew he was the cut. And then you turn around and got the nerve to say something to me. Honey, I do the same thing. If not, I can't dance like he danced, but I definitely can perform. I definitely can perform. And I wrote my own music, but they saying no, get some more music. Why would I need to get some more music? You guys are going to listen to the same music you want to listen to. Spotify or YouTube or wherever you are. You guys are going to listen to that. You guys are not going to go trying to find some new music. Oh, this is a new song of Harmony Bones. I'm going to listen to this. Ooh, this is new music. Do y'all listen to any new music of Rihanna? No. Because 9 out of 10 times it's AI. uh, 9 out of times it's AI. Thank you, John. Go Bonnie. Yeah. So I wanted to let y'all know that I'm not afraid to perform and have people come and enjoy a nice concert and know that my people that come out to see me and to meet me are safe. You see all that stuff that happened to Duke the Jeweler and all this just going to a concert. No, no. I couldn't believe it either. You guys had that person fooling y'all. Who you like? Who you like? You said I like him, John. Who do you like? Don't be afraid to say who you like. Nope, I don't smoke. I don't do that. I'm tired though. I'm tired. I want to go get my hair done. There's a beauty shop not far from here. That I only let certain things get done to my hair. I don't like braids. I don't like twists. I don't like all that. I can't wear that no more. I'm definitely not going to wear a wig down my back. Y'all, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. But, okay. Hey there, Sam. Yeah. I am having a good night. And I want to thank y'all all from coming out here. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I want to come back and tell you guys some stuff. Okay? All right. Have a good night. Talk to y'all soon. Sleep tight. Bye.